This is Legally Golf, where we mix law, pop culture, and the occasional chaos of real life. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Brooke Goff, lawyer, businesswoman, and professional truth teller. Buckle up, this isn't your grandma's legal podcast. Today's episode is a good one. I'm sitting down with KK and Ashlynn, two women who are building, breaking barriers, and doing it their way. They don't wait for permission, they don't play small, and they're not here to make anyone comfortable. We're taking hustle, grit, wins, setbacks, and what it really takes to build something from the ground up when no one hands you a roadmap. Let's get honest. Here's Legally Golf. Okay, so welcome to Legally Golf. Today, two of my favorite guests on the podcast thus far, two Connecticut celebs. I would argue more of a celeb than I am, regardless of what people say. I'm just on billboards. You guys are actually doing amazing things. KK Arnold and Ashlynn Shade. So thanks for coming on. With UConn right now killing it, literally, it's so great to be able to sit in a room with people that are doing so great in their craft. And I know that everybody wants the answers. We did one of these with AZ, as you guys probably know. And people just want to know the things that they don't know about you guys a little bit. So where are you both from? And when did you know you wanted to go to UConn? And can you tell me that story a little bit?
Yeah. You want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm from Noblesville, Indiana. So UConn was kind of like always like the dream, like at the highest level. But I didn't really want to focus to like in AAU, like growing up and high school level, I just really wanted to focus on being the best version of myself. And if the opportunity presented itself, I surely wouldn't pass it up. So it was just kind of proving myself every time I stepped onto the court, throughout high school, AAU and that. And then I think it was around my junior year, I was able to get in contact with Coach, have a few conversations with him and just keep playing. And he offered, and I took it was like my last of my unofficial visits of the schools I was visiting, and I instantly knew it was where I wanted to be. I committed on my unofficial visit, so it didn't it was just instant. I knew in like my gut, like this is just where I needed to be.
Okay. Yeah. What's your story, KK?
Yeah, I'm from Germantown, Wisconsin, and like Ashlynn said, like I grew up like being like a hard knockoff, just a fan of UConn's basketball. And Mariah Jefferson was like my favorite point guard to watch. So I was like, that's ultimately the goal. But just like going in with a mature mind during AAU, like if there's other schools recruiting, I really have to think about my decision. But ultimately, like when I visit campus, like multiple times, like the unofficials, watching games, just really like felt like home each and every time, and just having the opportunity just to play in that environment and be in that environment and just like play alongside whoever my teammates were gonna be. So like whether that was Paige, AZ, or even Aubrey, Aaliyah, whatever those players were, maybe that was there. Just the coaching staff as well. They made it really hard for just other schools to just stand a chance in terms of what they brought to the table and how they would develop me. And that was something I couldn't just uphold. And like Ashlynn on my unofficial, I committed. It just felt like home. It felt like a best decision for me. And my family were just right on board with this. So I just felt like it was a great decision for my career, and it's been great ever since. So.
When you guys, I understand you say you committed at that visit, right? Both of you at this different visits, but the same type of visit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Did they assign you like a mentor, another player on the team that kind of you hung out with a little bit, that kind of showed you around?
Yeah, I feel like that's what they did a great job of. The whole team would basically like I hung out with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say especially because I think when you go to other schools, like you have one player that typically kind of like shows you around, is with like by your side the whole time. But the great thing about what the coaches do, and they bring everybody involved. So it's not just like one person is monitoring you or watching you and making sure you're comfortable and everything. It's just like a whole team effort. And that's what I really appreciated, is just kind of that family aspect.
Prior to attending your visits at UConn, did you know any of the players? Did you play when you guys were in high school or anything with any of the players in some of these, more advanced leagues that you guys were in?
Yeah, I feel like Yana and Ice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Of course, they're only a year older, so I played alongside Yana a little bit at AAU, played against her. Ice, I've seen Ice on the AAU circuit. And, of course, all those players that were there before, whether that was Aubrey, Paige, AZ, all those players I kind of watched sort of like during AAU. So it wasn't just like I didn't know who it was, like Aaliyah and all them, I didn't know who they were, but I had an idea of who everybody was.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Yana's from Indiana, so I played her in high school many times, and then just growing up as well. And then ice, ran into her on the AAU circuits a few times. I even think I played AZ maybe once when I was in 8th grade, and she was in high school, so it was forever ago. But I've played her once when I was growing up. But yeah, Yana definitely for sure. We had a lot of good high school battles.
And I'm sure it's crazy to have it all come full circle, right? Because now you, in some respect, are all playing together, right? I mean, for a limited amount of time, which I'm sure is hard for you guys, because where you guys obviously enjoy each other's company, all of you guys are friends, which is, you can see when you're watching the games that you guys have this connection, all of you. But is there a part of you that dreads that last year because it's the last year that you guys are going to all be playing together before you go on to whatever else is next?
Yeah, I feel like that's always like a sad moment, like a hit to reality, like when the beginning of the season starts and you realize like it's your last season, but kind of like not thinking about it too much. I feel like that's what we do a great job of, like just staying present, being in the moment, and when the time comes, it comes. I mean, we all have to leave at some point, but just not thinking about that.
So I got to say, last year, Paige goes to the W, right? And everything's great. But there are a lot of fans that were like, UConn always comes through, but Paige was such a presence on the team. She served such a valuable role. But then there's this team. Like, how do you guys lose what I would argue one of the greatest players in the WNBA right now, hands down, in every way, and still become I would argue, a better team this year? Truly, I would. I've never seen a team play like you guys this year. What is it about this team?
I just think that Paige did such a great job of being a leader for us last year that she kind of gave us the skills and like the capabilities to thrive how we are this year. She's such a great role model, and then also having such good upperclassmen leaders like Az and Carol to kind of also still be with us. And everyone just, I feel like this team is just so connected. Like we just get along so well together on and off the court that like there was no setback or like misstep along the process of trying to kind of build what we have now. And the coaches did a great job of that. And it's just the culture that they develop and that they've built over the years.
And Paige also was a leader, as you've said, right? Who do you think, if anybody, has kind of slid in and taken that spot? Who do you feel on the team right now has really grown into that spot and is serving a purpose of leading everybody at this point?
Yeah, I think Az does a great job on the court leading us. I think Sarah does a great job. Her presence on the court this year has been truly dominant. KK does a great job as our point guard, our vocal leader on the court, getting us in the spots that we need to. And I think Caroline, just being all of her years, she's kind of like the mom off the court for us and just making sure everyone's okay and is good. So I think we just have so many great people this year that kind of have stepped up in their own way and have contributed.
It's really crazy to watch as a spectator. So I've been in a couple games this year. I will give you both some feedback. One, when you're hitting threes, you don't miss. I was at 2 games this year. It's like something like just comes over and it's like everything just drops. It's amazing. And you don't leave people alone. Like you would be the most, if I were, you are almost, I'm sure, the most annoying person, which is where you want to be.
Yeah.
You don't go away. You don't get tired. You come at them. You guard them. It's the end of the game, and I'm like, does she need water? Like, does she? No. And like, it's so fun that I have gotten to see both of you guys evolve into the spots, because I would argue you both have also stepped up into leadership positions. I mean, if I know it's probably weird watching yourself roll back, but you both in a lot of ways are taking a much bigger leadership position this year and really filling that void. I know you had said, Az, I would agree 100%, but it's kind of like a little bit of all of you guys have kind of come together to fill that void, which has been kind of cool to watch.
Yeah, no, that's definitely has been a thing, and I feel like that was a kind of book point that coach had like mentioned, that everybody needs to know like what they do best. And I feel like one thing as a team that we always all lead by example, but we always pick each other up, and I feel like that's kind of what you said about like leadership. Everybody has a leadership role in this team, to pick each other up, to know we do best, and just kind of go out there and just keep that togetherness kind of thing about us. So
you guys are putting up big points every game. Big points. So far on the schedule, what has been the most challenging game for each of you? Is there one game that stands out?
The only game that comes to mind so far has been the Michigan game. I think that was probably the game where we had a half of our most adversity as a team. But we've had a lot of great games this season so far.
Yeah, I'll definitely say Michigan as well. But like Ashley, I feel like each and every game like brings something out new that we need to work on, and that's super great about our team. So I feel like that's something great about our schedule as well. That each and every game will come a lesson that we need to work on that brings out either the good or bad. So.
And nobody, I mean, some people may argue, is it schedule? I mean, you have a hard schedule. There's nothing easy about your schedule. There's some games where it's boom, 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 where you guys are just playing teams that, I mean, are supposed to be, right, able to put up, but you guys just show up every game, which is awesome to watch, especially if, obviously, I'm not a UConn fan or anything, right? But if you're in Connecticut, it's super fun for us. I do want to ask, so you guys, anybody on TikTok knows that KK, especially you, have a presence on TikTok. So AZ's got it, it's Sarah, all of you guys, all y'all are on TikTok. So if, let's get to know a little bit of your personalities, okay? It'll be fun. So if your teammates were not playing basketball, let's say they just never picked up a ball, all right? What would they be doing in 5 years? Sarah.
Sarah Strong.
Yeah, what's Sarah Strong doing if she's not playing basketball? And I mean, never found the sport. What is she doing?
Sarah will be like hidden from the world. Like she'd be like a once in a lifetime.
I don't like
kind of like thing to be seen. Like Sarah would just be like so like to herself. Like I couldn't explain what she. Maybe like gaming. Yeah, or like gamer. She's like a quick learner when it comes to
gaming. Like
yeah, or like she's like a quick learner when it comes to like instruments or stuff. Like I wouldn't mind her like. Her making beats piano, or something like guitar, yeah.
All right, so AZ. I
can see her having like a healthy cooking.
I was gonna say she'd be like an influencer who does like healthy lifestyle,
like healthy juices,
Main ingredient, cottage cheese.
Oh yes, she's a big cottage cheese.
Do you guys
lover.
eat the stuff that comes from the cottage cheese that is made in the kitchen?
I love cottage cheese so
Me too, but not warm. Like people have all these ingredients where they're like making it warm now. I think the warm cottage cheese.
I've seen that side of it.
No, me neither. I'm not on that side of TikTok. Cottage cheese part. No.
You don't like cottage cheese?
I don't mind it, but I don't eat it.
Cottage cheese is delicious. However, the new thing now is, like I said, they're putting it in ingredients and making it warm, which is the part that kind of... So AZ would be like a cottage cheese wielding chef with some kind of an influencer commercial, right?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Fair. Jana.
She would have her own salon.
Oh, but I say salon or like makeup, like tutorial.
It would be like all of the above.
Just go with hair,
makeup, all of it.
Yeah, obviously, like for example, like a get ready with me. Like I think that would be like Jana's like lifestyle, like a day in the life.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Honestly, I'd probably just be like dancing.
I mean, that's not a bad. That's not a bad gig.
Like, that's something like I would enjoy. Yeah,
like you're really good at it.
That's not a bad gig at all. What do you think?
I'd probably be.
Honestly, I can see being like a country song like influencer, like you know what I'm saying, like when the songs come out.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Like I would be perfectly content with a farm, or just something
like a day in the life, like a farm.
Like a day in the life farm life.
That could go viral.
Yeah, no, I definitely will go viral.
The problem is like with like the farm stuff, like the people that do it are not super interesting. You're super interesting.
Yeah,
so that's like what
a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Ash is definitely like the one to be spiced up.
Is that like after basketball is all over and in the river, would you like, is that something you'd want to do? Do you want to have your own farm? Like horse farm or cow farm or both?
I've not really thought about it, but I would love to have a lot of land when I'm older and then a farm, maybe a few animals. I don't know. Not really. That's when I'd settled down after all of my adventures of my young years.
Let's talk about Gino and CD for a second. So I met CD briefly at a Travelers event. And she seems like the team mom all around. Give me a good story about CD. AZ told a good one at the Travelers event. So let's see.
What isn't a good story about CD?
CD's one of a kind.
She really is. She's something special.
We both have the same face on right now.
I don't have a specific story.
Story either.
I'll say like she's starting to get more in her dancing era, like trying to
she's
like
dancing now. All
Really
right.
not like
interested in
not
what-
like yeah, she's
But
very,
she's really wanting to learn them, I think.
yeah. I think she's like finding an
TikTok
interest in
ones?
like not TikTok ones, like kind of like line dances and
she
stuff like
wants to
that.
learn line
Like kind of like
Not even
like
like
a form-
not even country line
No,
dances. They're
like-
just like random.
like actual like let's say like cookout dances, like country line dance, like all types of dances that like I don't know, maybe you'll see like for like a family kind of event, like she kind of like into that. Yeah,
So I have no rhythm at all. So zero. So
you do.
Occasionally.
I will occasionally I mean, if I have like a couple glasses of wine, I might find a little bit of rhythm, but that's about it. Like I have none. It's just not in my sister, 1000%. I just got none of that. And I've been pulled in and roped into doing the Dancing with the Stars Connecticut version for a charitable thing. So they're sending me to like 12 classes with some dance studio. So I might need lessons because
That's
I'm
cool.
hoping I can pull it together. I can't, I just, it's like my brain doesn't work like that. Like when I watch you guys out there, like doing it, you guys, it's just all intentional. I don't have the capacity to do the intentional part of it.
Yeah,
You should definitely be on Dancing with
Heck
the
yeah.
Stars. That would
that'd
be
like
so
exciting.
cool.
I don't know how to explain it. Though, like I don't know. Ever since I was younger, like that's all I did was dance. Or like as soon as like a song comes on, I'll just start doing anything random.
My sister could close a bar down. I got nothing. And I remind her all the time, she's like, come on, dance. I'm like, it's bad. Like, I'd rather people look at me for not dancing than look at me for dancing. How about, let's go back to this, what people would be doing. What do you think about Gino and CD? If they weren't coaches, what are they doing? Gino, and you can't use the restaurant for Gino, because
No.
I would say like coach of like golf.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say. I feel like
golfing.
he'd just be going traveling places, golfing.
Yeah, I feel like that would
Sounds
be his
like a-
lifestyle. That'd be cool though.
sounds
That's
like an
something he would
amazing
do.
lifestyle
Yeah.
for me. CD,
Yeah.
what is she doing?
I see CD as like a traveler too, like a,
Yeah.
just kind of seeing the scenery of like anywhere she's going. I don't see her like,
So just traveling. Maybe she could be like a travel blogger.
yeah,
Yeah, I could see
I
that.
can see that. Too. She's a
And she can
great
come to your
contributor,
farm
too.
and blog about your farm. It'll be perfect.
Yeah,
Right? If we were going to give some awards to you and the teammates, okay, most likely to be a social media influencer. Who's getting it?
I think KK.
yeah, probably me. Yeah,
It's going to be you? Okay.
yeah.
Most likely to be on Dancing with the Stars.
KK.
I say AZ too.
Or that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I say AZ too. Yeah.
Let's dance.
Team comedian.
KK. Or Sarah's.
No,
You
Sarah
have a
Williams.
huge, big
Sarah's or
advocate.
Khalees.
Both Sarah's, Khalees,
Honestly, Gandhi.
Candy.
Gandhi,
She's
Gandhi,
a good
yeah.
one.
I'll
I
give
mean,
it to Gandhi.
we have a lot of funny
We have
people.
a lot of people. Yeah.
I know the answer to this one based on what you said. Let's see if I'm right. Most likely to buy out a Sephora.
Jana.
Yep. Okay. That's what I thought we were going. Takes the longest to get ready for a game.
Jana.
It's because she's getting ready for a game. You guys all look great when you guys go out to play.
Yeah, but Jana, like,
She
like
takes her
super.
time.
Yeah, she takes her time. She's
All right.
super.
Hair, makeup.
Best dressed.
KK puts on nice fits. AZ does too.
AZ does too. Yeah. Yana.
Yana does. Yana does.
Yeah.
Best dancer.
KK.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to somebody. I'll give it like.
And
Katie's
most
not
likely
that
to
good.
most likely to have a future in reality TV.
Sarah Williams.
Sarah Williams. Oh my God. Yes. Sarah.
We were literally talking about that the
Yes.
other day. We're
That's
like,
really
oh,
Sarah.
if you had to pick a reality show, what would you be
Yes.
on?
So rewinding a year, if Paige is still on the team, what award is she getting?
Probably best dressed.
She's got some pretty awesome outfits on these
Yeah,
she does.
shoots.
Yeah.
Like amazing things. I mean, I love designer clothing, but I would never think to put together the stuff that she puts together. She looks fantastic. She's great. What do you miss most about having her on your team?
I think just her energy and her personality. I mean, she just is someone you want to be around and someone you just want to talk to and spend time with.
Yeah, and that's like having her. Like she always involved everybody. Make sure that we're always together doing something. And we do the same as well, but just like with her, like whether movie nights or rather just like being annoying, honestly, like going room to room, like make sure everybody's good.
So seeing, obviously, right, again, I'm going to go back to a Paige question. To seeing her in the W, did you guys have like a watch party for her first game? Like, did you guys do anything fun?
I think I was actually.
Were we home?
I think we were home. It was like May.
I was gonna say,
think
I
I
think
was
we were
actually there
home.
her first game at
Awesome.
Dallas. It was actually it was my birthday, so I was there just to that was fun.
It seems that she's evolved so much as a player since even going to the W. Have you guys seen the evolution and change in her game just since she's left you guys and gone to the Wings?
I feel like too. I feel like that comes with. She's very intentional on like what things she needs to get better at and what she likes to, get to her spots and work on. So I feel like she's very intentional about that part, and she always shows it out in her game. So,
social media can be a weapon and can be a great thing, right? And I know you guys, when you're winning, you're in the headlines. So how is it that you guys are able to balance the social media, right, scales? And what advice would you give to young female athletes that are nervous or concerned about the impact of social media on their reputation?
I say one thing that we've done a great job as a team is keeping the main thing. Not really like, I know like for some people like they just delete it completely, like especially like certain apps. But like, don't take it too seriously. I feel like if you do see something, laugh at it and let it go. I feel like it's easier, harder said than done. But like, yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think social media at our level is like we don't take it too seriously and we don't really pay much attention to it, I think. I think the biggest way that I just mainly use it is to keep in contact with friends and family and just kind of see what like everyone's doing, but not in any way that's like reading into the headlines or really focusing too deeply into it because it's really not that important. What the outside world thinks about our team. It's only what we think about our team and how we feel about each other. But yeah, no, I think you just don't take it too seriously and you just focus on what you love and who you want to be around.
Because I think it does require a healthy balance, right? So you want people to be able to get to know you for you. And you don't necessarily get to do that when you guys are on the court. You get to know you as KK, the basketball player, Ashlynn, the basketball player. But it's kind of nice for people to get a bird's eye view into who you are. Is there anything about social media that makes you guys nervous about sharing? Have you guys had any issues with anybody that's like giving you guys a hard time or anything on it? Or are people pretty supportive mostly?
Yeah, I feel like that's one thing that I can probably give props to being here, like just the fan base that we have. They have our back regardless of wins or losses, and we see that, of course, at the games, on the media under our posts or anything like that. Stuff like that's like kudos to them as well for like, just keeping us motivated, keeping us like level-headed out there, and we just know that they're always going to have our back no matter what, so it's like props to them.
Yeah, I think it's just paying attention to the positivity and just really focusing on that and not getting caught up in any of the negativity out there.
So when I chatted with AZ, we talked for like 20 minutes about food, literally. So I believe you when you say.
Food influencer.
What is your go-to routine though? So again, I was an athlete, not to your level. But I always had a routine with food. Like I had to like fuel up before, I had to fuel up during and kind of after. What's your go-to prior to a game?
Mine, we have like pregame breakfast. That's like usually like, I'll say like last game we had like a grab and go. So usually like I'll grab a yogurt before shoot around. After shoot around is like the bigger meal where like I'll fuel up a lot. Settle down a little bit after. And then yeah, maybe take like a energy gummies or whatever pregame, like right before the game, before we go out there and play. And that's pretty much it. And then after the game, that's like our post-game food that we usually just eat before we go back on the plane ride or just after home game and just go home and eat. So.
Yeah, no, I'm eating the same thing every pregame meal.
That's how I was.
Yeah.
Like if it's a breakfast pregame meal, I have eggs, I have like turkey sausage, I'll have a slice of toast with peanut butter, and I put strawberries on top of it. And then if it's like a lunch or dinner kind of pregame meal, I always make the same chicken salad with like my favorite like fixins on it. That's about it. And then I don't really eat anything before the game. I just make sure I hydrate in that sense. And then post-game is whatever post-game meal we have.
So it's not like, so I used to love after I was a softball player. So after a game, I was starving. So I would like want a huge hearty meal, but it doesn't sound like that. No, you guys kind of like whatever they give you guys, you give you. And
I'm gonna say, yeah, I feel like
we
get
order
a menu.
like what we want.
Yeah, it's like I think we have a choice of like whether pasta or like pizza or
well, that's kind of nice.
anything like that. Yeah,
So it's a variety.
I mean, if you're in stores, it's kind of limited though, right? Because there's like probably maybe it makes it sweet, but there's maybe like what, 2 or 3 decent restaurants and stores that are kind of like near y'all. Not the dairy, not counting the dairy, obviously.
Yeah.
Because that I would live at if I were with you guys.
I mean, there's Square Peg that we get sometimes post-game, or if it's a home game, then the UConn dining services have meals for us as well. And then our kitchen, if we need anything from there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if our if we have a game earlier enough, then the stuff upstairs will be there, our kitchen staff.
So you have a new partnership, KK, with Raising Cane's, right?
Yeah.
My son's absolute favorite place. So we live in West Hartford, and there's a Raising Cane's in Avon. And there's one, I think, in Glastonbury. And we have Chick-fil-A, like 5 minutes from the house, and he makes us drive 15 minutes for Raising Cane's. He got a $50 gift card and a stocking for Raising Cane's. Like, this kid loves it.
It's a great purchase.
So is that the best chicken, though?
Honestly, yeah, but, like, just for me as well, like, growing up, Raising Cane's, like a go-to. Like, when I was younger, my mom would be like, oh, you want Raising Cane's or anything like that, like the quickest thing to get. So I feel like I grew up on that. Like, being away from it, I do miss it. So, like, just having that also, like, build one was in Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Like, one got built in
So
Manchester,
good.
so that was, like, pretty good just to add on. But
You know, we in the Northeast, we didn't know that this was Raising Cane's was a thing. I actually, until you just said that, like, I thought Raising Cane's was like a new chain.
yeah, you're not the only one.
We've
I feel like some
never
people-
had them
yeah,
out here.
Some people never have been introduced to Cane's.
I've never had Raising Cane's before.
What's your go-to?
Kenny a combo and then double a toast. I don't get coleslaw.
I don't like the toast.
You don't?
No.
I
heard
feel like
that's
it's
the
You
the
know
best
best part.
why?
Yeah, it's the best
It's
part.
soggy, I feel like, because it's
Yeah.
on the fries. Like, I
That's
like
cool.
fries that are crispy and stuff. So my son doesn't care. My son just eats the entire thing. No matter what. I like everything kind of separate. So I can do the toast if it's separate. But they also, the cane sauce, they need to give you more. The cane sauce is like, it's great, it's savory, but I'll tell you, I saw the campaign announcement, like, what a cool thing. And it's great to see young female athletes get these opportunities that really they haven't really gotten a lot before, right? I feel like all of these opportunities used to go to the men or the male teams. And ever since NIL came along, right, there's been a lot more of this. How has it been navigating the NIL system? Is it good, bad, or ugly?
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty good, and I feel like our like staff and everybody around us, our support system does a great job of making sure like we have a balanced schedule when it comes to that kind of category stuff, and making sure that like it doesn't interfere with anything. And like I said, I feel like our biggest thing in our program is keeping the main thing. So make sure nothing's like distracting us, whether deals or anything that we have, and I feel like just great communication. It goes all around with kind of what deals and everything that we do. So.
I mean, it's kind of cool, though, because, for the longest time, college athletes didn't really have a way to you can't work because your job is basketball. So it's great that you can use something you're so great at and be able to at least, survive and live and be able to make some money in some regard. And I know UConn it has a reputation for being very student friendly with that too, and helping you guys and really protecting you guys and everything else, which I think is also a benefit for you guys as well. Couple last questions. If you could both give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
I would say to not take life so serious and just kind of probably relax a little bit more and like enjoy the process, enjoy the ride, and just really take it all in.
Mine will be present and take it one step at a time, one day at a time. So.
Who was your favorite WNBA players growing up?
Mine was Maya Moore.
Of course.
Yeah, Maya Moore and then
GOAT.
Mariah Jefferson, she got in. Yeah.
All right. And if you can play a game of one-on-one with any current WNBA player that's not Paige, who is it?
Aaliyah Edwards. Aaliyah or Nika. Actually, a whole game of ones with all the alum.
All the alum.
Yeah.
Just a one big one-on-one tournament.
Yeah, honestly, I would be mad at that.
Yeah, I would say any of the alums I think would be
We can't
really
do alum. How about non-alums?
okay.
Let's be fair.
I would say Sabrina then. I really admire her game and what she does. So I would probably say her.
She's another basketball player that when you watch her, if she's on, she doesn't miss. Like, it is the craziest. I was at the Michigan game, and I can't recall the name of the player that was not missing on Michigan with you guys. Do you remember her name? Stole something like this. What's her last name?
Silas. So, yeah.
She won't miss.
Yeah.
Like,
Great player.
you were blocking her a few times in her face. Like,
It
didn't matter.
No, it's crazy.
It did, like her eyes were closed, and she could have been turned the other way, and they wouldn't even touch the rim. It's kind of insane, right? Listen, I think that I think what you guys are doing is great. And I know that you guys have a hefty schedule coming, but I speak for all of Connecticut when I say we're hoping for another championship this year. I think this team is so exciting to watch because I know it's a lot of pressure on you guys, but watching you guys play the way you're playing, a championship seems to definitely be in the future, which is really great. So I appreciate you guys for coming on. Thank you. And I wish you all the luck. And I can't wait to cheer for you guys in a few months.
Of course. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you.
us.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we'll check out your TikToks, by the way. All right. Check her out, right?